All right, guys. So hopefully you've watched the video already about making your list, your not list, or your chicken list. This video is going to be more centered on how to find those phone numbers, how to get the numbers, or even if you don't use phone numbers, how to get in contact with these people. So that's what I want to do next. So the key number one is to make your list, make a long list. I just did this again myself. The first thing I'm going to tell you is, first of all, there's hundreds of people that you can find. I started off with my Facebook. I said, you know what, I'm going to actually go through this process myself. I'm going to start calling and setting up audits. So I said, all right, well, let me pretend I was in day one of training. I just got this job, and I'm going to start from scratch. What would I do? So the first thing I did is I went to my Facebook. I went to my Facebook. I have like 1,200 friends on Facebook. Now, most of you probably have something like that, 500, 800, 1,000. Some of you have like maxed out 5,000 people on your Facebook account. Now, immediately, it's about your attitude. It's like, well, you go, well, I don't know most of those people. See, like you, I read a phrase once that said, if you beg for a quote that said, if you beg for your excuses, you get to keep them. So a lot of you look at your Facebook and or your social media, your Instagram, your whatever, Snapchat, whatever it is that you use these days, and go, well, yeah, I don't know a lot of those people. Those people aren't really my friends. Great. I don't have 1,200 real friends on my Facebook account, but I'm not trying to find 1,200 people. I'm trying to find 50, 10, 5. One is better than zero. So, so the point being is you're going to put the time and work in to figure it out. So what I did is I went through my Facebook, I went through my friends, I went through every single one, and I said, who do I know that actually lives on Long Island? And from the 1,200, literally starting from the A's and going all the way through W or Z, I went all the way down. I came up with 57 people that were Facebook friends out of 1,200 that I can contact and say, okay, I can get in touch with. Now, if that's all I had, then fine, then that's where I would start. I think 57 is plenty. If you've done like 4 appointments in your life or 10 appointments, you're like, I'm run out of people. Um, I'm going to ask you, turn your Facebook on and let me just ask who every single person is until we find out some people that you are on your Facebook that you haven't actually contacted yet. And I'm sure we'll find some people. So, so what do you do once you get the Facebook? Now this I'll put in I'll put on a documented form, but you just send them a message. So let's say you have people on Facebook who are your friends if you're in college or in high school or just graduated high school or just graduated college. Now, me personally, I'm just going to ask because I'm 40 and I can ask my friends are from high school are also 40, so they have houses, so I can just ask them directly. If you're asking for their parents, then you ask for their parents. So I'm going to give you the wording of that. You send them a message. Hi, Johnny or whoever. I just got this new job with an energy company. I need your parents' phone number or your landlord's phone number or whatever it is, because I get paid to ask them a couple of questions about their PSE and G bill and how they use energy. I don't need them to buy anything. I might even be able to help them lower their bills. So I just need their number so I can ask them a couple of quick questions. Uh, that's it. Done. So like 3 sentences. Keep it short. Get the number. Ask them for their phone number, and then call them, and then use your regular phone approach. That's it. Done. All right, so you can do that with all of your friends or friends on Facebook, and then you can go to Instagram, and then you can go to Snapchat or the Twitter or whatever the heck there is, whatever it is that exists when you're watching this video that you use for social media. It's like easy as heck now to get in touch with people. So now let's talk about your parents' friends. All right. So I remember when I had got started doing work like this, I asked my mom, my parents. My parents are both teachers. They knew a lot of people. And they only gave me like 10 in the beginning. They gave me like 6 or 7. They gave me like their best friends. And then as time went on, they saw me continually do it. They were like, oh, why don't you go call so and so? Or, oh yeah, you should talk to this person. So just as many people as you have your parents have. And if they work jobs, they have coworkers. They have all kinds of people there. So How do you get those numbers? Just ask your parents. Okay, so again, you get paid money just to do an appointment and talk to people about their PSE&G bill. It's really, you're not doing anything crazy. Do one for your parents so they see exactly what you're doing. If the people want to get an audit, great. If they want to learn about solar, great. If they don't, then they don't. So what? You get paid for doing the appointment and explaining the bill and giving them information that they didn't have. No big deal whatsoever. All right. Another source is your brothers and sisters' friends. I remember seeing my sister, those annoying people. My sister, by the way, is 3 years younger than me. So when I started my job, I was like a junior. She was just a senior in high school. I didn't like any of her friends, but who cares? Jocelyn and Tammy Lasky and all these people. So the people, I hated when they're at the house. They don't like, I was like, hey, let me get Tammy's phone number, Tammy's parents' phone number. So you can see those people too. And then when you call them, you're just like, yeah, I called and I said, yeah, my name's Matt Washington. I'm Paige's brother. She hangs out with your daughter all the time. They're like, oh yeah, what's up? That's it. Remember, people, when you call them, all they want to know is who are you and what do you want? And as long as you get those two things out right away, then it's easy to set appointment. So you can do that. Neighbors. Go see your neighbors. All right, your neighbors are like, you should, by the way, if you see like one neighbor, then who lives on that side, who lives on that side, who lives behind you, who lives across the street, who lives on that, I'm trying to get in the camera here, who lives on that angle house, who lives there, who lives there, who lives 2 houses over. Like, you can see all your neighbors. All right, so you literally can just talk to them and talk to them that way. Now you can also find out their name if you want, by going on whitepages.com and doing a reverse lookup. I live on, you put your address in, and if it's 2 houses over, if you live on 50, then you just put your name, your street, and 52, and then 54. Those go down the street, and you can get their names. You might not be able to get their phone numbers on whitepages.com, so just walk over there, knock on their door. Okay, hi, my name is Matt Washington. I never met you personally, but I live like 2 houses over. Oh, who are you? What do you want? Okay. Yeah. Who are you? That's who I am. Done. All right. What do you want? Well, hey, yeah, I just figured I lived in the neighborhood. I never met any of the neighbors. I figured I get to know you. And also, I just got this really cool job. I work for an energy conservation company. I'm assuming you have the PSE&G bill. Yeah, so maybe one of these days, basically, all I do is I just go through the bill, explain it to you, and there's plans by New York State that actually can help you lower the bills. And I'm just kind of talking to some of the people in the neighborhood, and I figured I live a house down from you, so I figured I'd stop in. You don't have to buy anything. I don't need you to buy anything. I get paid just to explain the bill to you. It's pretty cool. It's programmed by New York State. Done. Hey, can I set up a time to come by? I'll need about 30 minutes. There you go. Meet your neighbors. Okay. If you're scared about meeting your neighbors, watch the video. I'm going to have a video up about your comfort zone. Okay. So just learn to talk to people. That's not a big deal. Your neighbors, what are they going to do? Like slam the door in your face, you live 2 houses down. If they do, fine. You probably never, if you've never talked to someone before in your life anyway, then who cares if they don't want to talk to you? You'll never talk to them again anyway. So your life will be just the same. On the good side of it, you might meet someone who's really awesome and get to know them. And who knows, you can help them out, or maybe, they'll help you out. You never know. The job's about meeting people. So that's how you meet your neighbors. So another thing you do is teachers. All right, your old teachers. Teachers are great. The reason why they became teachers because they want to help students. That's why they became teachers. They like helping people. So teachers are amazing. So how do you find your teachers? Well, you can use the approach I just used before with the Facebook, except you wouldn't say I'm looking to ask. I'm not asking for a parent's number. You just say what you're doing. Hi, Mrs. Johnson, Dr. Schaefer, one of my old biology teachers. Hi, Dr. Schaefer. It's me, Matt Washington. I had you 11th grade AP Bio from Patrick Medford. Do you remember me? I don't know if you remember me or not, or something like that in the message. But yep, I just got paid. I started working with an energy conservation company, and basically what I do is I do a little presentation, help you understand your PSE&G bill, and tell you some ways you can save. You can save on it. You don't have to buy anything. I get paid just really to go through the information with people, and there's a actual program by New York State that pays for everything. So I wanted to know if I could sit down with you for maybe 20 minutes and just go over your PSE&G bill with you and show you what I'm doing. Done. That's it. Get your opinion. People like to give their opinions. You could say that as well. So again, you might want to rewind this. I'm talking kind of fast as I always do. You might want to write some of these things down and put them in a message. How do you get their email? How do you get their message? Go on the school website. I'm pretty sure every high school has a website now, and you can email your teachers, or you can email a teacher. You can find teachers that way. If you can't do it that way, then you can call the school and say, hi, I'm trying to get in touch with Mrs. Jones, from teacher Jones from social studies. Is there an email, or do I have a phone number, some way I can contact them? That's it. It's really simple. So that's a way to do it. Another way, some other people that are out there that you can find, anybody you do business with. Again, this is in the chicken list, but hairdressers, anyone who if you do your hair, if your mom gets her hair done, nails done, those are great places to go because those people know a lot of people. Anybody, the mailman. I did a presentation for my mailman. The person you go and eat at the same restaurant all the time, right? They want to keep you as a customer. So remember Abdul. Abdul ran the grease truck at Rutgers. I did a presentation for Abdul. You have to get out of your comfort zone, and you can find these people. I guarantee you, if I told you, if you could get your 10th grade teacher's phone number or somehow contact them, and they had $10,000 for you, all you do is call them and ask them for it. They can't find you. You have to find them. I'm sure you would find a way to get their phone number. So the point being is, there's ways to do it. Dive in, use social media, use the website, send us a couple emails. It's a very simple thing. Keep it short, keep it simple. Put the effort in to find your phone numbers. If you have a lot of phone numbers, if you have a lot of contacts, it's going to branch your tree out. Not to mention, you'll be better at the presentation by the time you get to referrals. So you want to branch your tree out. Remember, you got to go from people you know to people you kind of sort of know, so you can learn the people you know. You're learning how to build. You do your presentation. Your presentation gets better. You got to start learning how to rebuild rapport. And then when you get to people that you don't know at all, you obviously have to build rapport and be good at your presentation completely, because there's very little trust there. So you have to learn how to rebuild the trust by talking to someone you haven't talked to in 10 years or has some kind of connection to you. When I called Randy Alarcon's mom, by the way, I will tell you, Randy Alarcon, I looked up in the white pages. They're not the white pages anymore, but they do have whitepages.com. And there was like 5 Alarcons, and I called like the first 2, and I was like, hi, is Miss Alarcon there? No, this is, yes, this is Miss Alarcon. I remember I said, oh yeah, my name's Matt Washington. You don't know me personally, but I went to school with your daughter Randy. And the lady was like, I don't have a daughter. I was like, oh, wrong Alarcon. So I called the next Alarcon. I just called all the Alarcons. It was 5 of them. I called them. By the time I got to the 3rd one, I set up an appointment with Randy. Randy Alarcon doesn't even probably know that I met with her mom. All right, so you don't have to be best friends with these people. I went to school with them. I know them. I went to school with them. I was on their baseball team. I was on those. However you're connected doesn't matter. You just need the connection. When you call referrals, you're just going to say, hi, Mrs. Jones. I was over to see your sister, Mary Smith, the other day. It's just a connection. That's all they need. That's just to make them go, this isn't just some random person who just randomly called me out of the phone book. That's all you need. So once you make that connection, it's fine. So dive in, get as many names and phone numbers as you can. It's the way you build your business. All right. Good luck.